G'day. Paul here down at Kings Beach on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. This is on our journey through the Bible, taking excerpts on various books. The second book of Chronicles was written after the fall of Babylon to Cyrus, the great Persian king. And basically it's a sermon to the returning exiles from Babylon, emphasising God's truth and morality to the Israelites who had often lacked both of these. It covers Solomon's asking for wisdom, the building of the temple, and the dedication of the temple. The Lord appears to Solomon and says that very often quoted text in 2 Chronicles 7:14. He says, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, forgive their sin and heal their land." That's a very well-known scripture out of 2 Chronicles. The book also tells of the visit from Queen of Sheba and how the Hebrew kingdoms were divided, 10 of them going to the north and 2 to the south. Then the book tells the stories of a series of kings after Solomon, but some texts in 2 Chronicles 15 are worth noting. In 2 Chronicles 15:2, King Asa is told, "The Lord is with you when you are with him, and when you seek him, he will be found by you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you." That's a pretty powerful message, isn't it? The Lord is with you when you're with him, and when you seek him, he's going to be found by you, but if you forsake him, he will forsake you. And in verse 4 of 15, verse 4 of chapter 15, it says, "But in their distress they turned to the Lord, the God of Israel, and sought him, and he was found by them." Now, for 35 years, King Asa had the favour of the Lord upon him. But in the 36th year, he started to do things differently, and he tried to set up an alliance with a neighbouring country. But this is the scripture that came to King Asa, 2 Chronicles 69. "For the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to him." But it goes on to say, to King Asa in particular, "You have done a foolish thing, and from now on you will be at war." And for the remaining 6 years of his reign, King Asa suffered many problems, many diseases, and eventually died. And there's a lot more stories of kings in the second book of Chronicles. And the book ends with Eliah telling the people of Israel to go up to Jerusalem. Actually, in the old Hebrew Bible, the second book of Chronicles was the last book. And the last message that it gives the people of Israel is that they should go back up to Jerusalem. But we've come to Kings Beach not because we're talking about all the kings of Judah, but rather because of the promises that the eyes of the Lord will seek out those who are fully committed to them so that he may strengthen them. In 1979, a dear friend of ours drowned on this beach after suffering an epileptic fit in the surf. This young mother of 3 little girls went missing for a long time, but was eventually found rolling up onto the sand in the waves, just like we see here today. The lifesavers performed CPR on her without success, and she was taken to the local hospital where efforts continued to revive her, also without success. Her husband arranged for Grandma to take the 3 little girls back to her home, where Grandma got them on their knees to ask Jesus to bring their mother back to them. Meanwhile, my friend in the hospital was abandoned by all the medical staff and was left for dead. until she awoke in a terrible state, crying out for a bucket as she needed to vomit all the seawater out of her lungs and out of her stomach. A nurse came running in and was shocked to find that this dead woman was miraculously alive. The eyes of the Lord are ranging throughout the world, seeking to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. It happened for King Asa when he placed God first, and it will happen for us today, as it happened for that little young mother on this beach in 1979. So there's the message from the book of Chronicles, the second book of Chronicles. We need to put God first in our lives. When we're really in distress, we need to call upon Him and allow God to be part of our life, be a major part of our lives. Now, if you want to see firsthand the story of that woman who was drowned on this beach, she's told her own story with her husband, and if you click on the button on the screen, you will be able to see the story that they have told about that miracle day. And if you'd like to follow the next book that we're studying in the Bible, just click on the button on the screen. The next book we're going to study is Ezra. So thank you for joining us on this journey through the Bible from various Australian locations, and we just pray the Lord will bless you and make His face shine upon you, give you His peace, and hope you have a great day. See you later.